everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Raven Maureen, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make a single welt pocket. If you're new here, my name is Raven Maureen and I am a sewing content creator, Nomi pattern designer, and a small business owner. So a little bit about the single welt pocket. This is your traditional welt pocket. Now keep in mind you do have your single welt pocket, your double welt pocket, and then your single welt pocket with a flap and your double welt pocket without with a flap as well. So this tutorial specifically is for the single welt pocket without a flap. What I will say though is that even though I'm using my sewing pattern, Nomi pattern ME2107, you can use this tutorial if you are having trouble completing a single welt pocket on any pattern. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so now we're going to work on our welt pockets. And so you'll see here that you've got the stitching line and the slash, and then you've got more stitching lines on this side. So once these are sewn together, go ahead and trace your markings. If you look closely on pattern piece number 1, you'll see that there's a couple of different stitching lines according to your size. Go ahead and mark those stitching lines according to your size that you cut out. So go ahead and grab your bodice front, and now we are going to trace our welt pocket lines onto the bodice front using the pattern pieces. So what you want to do is edge up your pattern piece to the edge of your fabric. Grab some pins, and I cut a 16, so I'm going to focus on the dots for the size 16. And I'm using my heat pens. You can get these at Wawac. They're like highly accurate. I love them a lot. They're just perfect for stuff like this. Okay. So I've got 3 dots there. I'm going to put this pattern piece to the side, and then I'm going to grab pattern piece number 2. And I am going to once again line up the edge of the pattern piece to the edge of my fabric. Grab my pins again. And I'm going to transfer my markings. Right there, and right there. And I highly recommend that you do these markings on a single layer. So I wouldn't try to transfer these with both bodice pieces. Do the bodice pieces individually. Then grab like a see-through ruler, and now you're going to connect your dots. And it's going to be so helpful when you do this, I promise. It's going to make doing welt pockets a lot easier. Okay, and you're going to do your middle line. Then I'm going to do my short sides here. Short sides here. And then I'm going to do my little legs. Okay, and that's what it should look like. So I'm going to put this to the side because I want to show y'all the other markings that I did. So on pattern piece number 4, you have 2 sets of dots on each side.
I made the dots and then I connected each line. It is very, very important that you connect the lines because it's going to make sewing up your welt pocket a whole lot easier later. So I'm going to keep this pattern piece together because it looks very similar to pattern piece number 5 and I don't want to get confused. Pattern piece number 5, it has the single dots, and I transferred my dots and then I drew a line between those dots. Then pattern piece number 3 is interfaced, and it has 3 dots, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, my heat transfer pen wouldn't work on the dark interfacing, so I did chalk lines because eventually what you're going to do is you're going to fold this in half and stitch it down. But more on that later. Now we're going to come back to this once you're done tracing everything, and you are going to do a stitch line around what you have drawn with your transfers. So you're going to go around in a rectangle, and then you are going to do the stitch in the middle. Okay, so as you can see, we've gone around, and now we are going to work on our welt. So just put that to the side for a moment, and right sides together, go ahead and press your welt down. Okay, once you've given this a good press, then you are going to stitch at 5/8 on each side, and then you'll trim the edges. Okay, so trim the sides. And then press it out. Give this a good press, and then we are going to baste this at 5/8. Okay, once you've given this a good press, go ahead and do a basting stitch at 5/8. Okay, so you have your stitch line, and then you have your bottom line here. You are going to match your stitch line on your welt to the bottom stitch line that you stitched earlier, matching up your dots or your edges. Now, I do recommend that you, for this first line, widen your stitch length on your machine, because if you make a mistake or it doesn't quite line up, it's easy to unpick. Once you've done your basting stitch and you like where it's sitting, then I would do a 2.5 stitch length here. But go ahead and take this to your machine and we're going to stitch it down. Okay, so I like where it's placed. I think it looks good. So now, without cutting anything on the bodice, just the welt, I am going to trim away the excess. and just leave a scant 1/4 inch here. Next, I'm going to grab pattern piece number 5, which is this one. And remember, I was saying there was a reason why I connected those dots. It's because you're literally going to place pattern piece number 5 on top of the welt, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to stitch on top of this line through all thicknesses. So again, I kind of like to walk my pins and make sure I'm still on that stitch line. And I'm going to do the same thing at my machine, where I baste it first and then I do a real stitch line. All right, so go to your machine and we'll repeat that same step. Once you're okay with the placement of this pattern piece, go ahead and take your shears and trim off the excess. Okay, and now you're going to grab pattern piece number 4, and this is the one with the 2 lines that we traced. So with the top line, so the line closest to the straight edge, we're going to do what we've been doing, except for we are going to line it up with the top stitch line. So again, using my method of pinning this in place, we are going to do a basting stitch, make sure that the stitch is okay, and then we're going to do a regular 2.5 stitch right on top of it. All right, so this looks good. I am going to cut this down to a 1/4 inch as well. All right, so meet me back at the cutting table and I'll tell you the next steps. All right, now we are getting ready to cut that middle seam here where we stitched down earlier. So make sure you have some sort of cutting tools that you feel really comfortable with, and make sure that all of these small pieces are out of the way. And I usually like to start in the middle and just work my way gently to each side. Okay, and then I cut the rest with like a little embroidery scissor. And I like to have big triangles so that they're obvious when I need to stitch them down later. Okay. So you should be able to see that we've got like the triangle and then the slit. So now you're going to place your pocket lining and pocket into the bodice. Okay. Now you're going to have to press this a bit, especially depending on the type of fabric that you're using. You'll most definitely need to press this down because it's not going to lay flat right away. But cutting and precision are key to executing this the right way. So make sure everything is through. Make sure that your welt is popping up just like you see here. And you see I've got the triangles hanging out and whatnot. Everything is, and now you're going to press this. as best as you can to this side. Okay? So once this is pressed, and don't worry, you'll have a few more opportunities to press this to your liking. Go ahead and fold this down, and I'm actually going to turn it on this side. And you're going to see that the triangle is kind of hanging out. So you kind of want to like put a pin there in a way. And then the same thing on this side as well. The triangle is hanging out. And that's kind of why I like my triangles to be a little bit bigger, because then they are visible when you have to pin it down. We're going to put a little pin over here as well. Okay. Then we're going to put pins all around the pocket and the pocket lining. Now what you're going to do is you're going to stitch at right here, going over the triangle, sewing through all thicknesses at 5/8 and coming up to the other side at the other triangle. So take this to your machine and we'll do this right now. Making sure that I'm right there by the triangle. Okay, so once you have your triangles stitched down and your pocket bag is also stitched as well, go ahead and press everything. And this is going to probably take a couple of different presses, and you may have to use that pressing ham again and whatnot. And I actually even use like a cloth cover, because the amount of pressing that I'm doing and the repetition of it could honestly burn the fabric. And so I've got like a little like broadcloth that I'm using to cover this part with. But go ahead and press it upwards, right, and getting all those creases out as best as you can. And then we are going to edge stitch this at our machine. Okay, so make sure you complete this on both sides. And once this is done on both sides, we are going to put these to the side and work on our back pieces.
All right, if you like this video and you want to see more, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and share with a friend. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.